FC Dallas returns to action after their first weekend off in 4 months as the Seattle Sounders visit Toyota Stadium on Sunday afternoon. What can Dallas do to stop the red-hot Sounders, and what is on the line as we enter the final 2 weeks of the season? We'll discuss it next in Keys to the Match, driven by Toyota. After some of the busiest scheduling of any MLS team over the last 3 months, Dallas got a well-deserved break last weekend and should be rested and ready to go over the last 2 games and into playoffs.
Yeah, it really is the calm before the storm these last 2 weeks as FC Dallas prepares for this game. But like you said, a well-deserved break, and we know what this FC Dallas team can do when they're well-rested and playing at Toyota Stadium. And they're playing against the Seattle Sounders team that played on Wednesday night. So look for FC Dallas to come out of the blocks with plenty of energy and use that to their advantage.
FCD entered the week with a 2-point lead on the rest of the West in the Supporter Shield race, but no matter what happens in the midweek games, a win would go a long way on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it couldn't be much closer at the top of the Western Conference, and depending on results midweek, FC Dallas could be playing for the Supporter Shield on Sunday or playing for an opportunity to take the race to the last week next weekend in LA. Well, for Seattle, a few weeks ago, they were just worried about the playoffs. Now they're worried about playoff seeding and getting a home game in that knockout round match. This has the playoff feel today.
Turning our eyes to the opponent, Seattle has made a late surge up the Western Conference standings after spending the first 6 months of the season outside of a playoff position. This is a team coming to Frisco on an absolute roll.
Yeah, 4 wins in a row for Seattle. And while maybe it wasn't against the best opponents, we've seen heading into the playoffs, it matters more about your form at that time than the seeding. And with Clint Dempsey out for the season, they've had to rely on the rookie Jordan Morris and midseason acquisition Nicholas Ladero, and they have been fantastic. FC Dallas is going to have their hands full against Seattle.
Sunday's match will be shown locally on TXA 21 and statewide on Spectrum Sports with Mark Followell and Daniel on the call, or you can tune into the radio broadcast in English on 100.7 FM The Word with Steve Davis, or in Spanish on 1270 AM Amor Celestial with your host, Carlos Alvarado. Well, that does it for this week. For Keys to the Match, driven by Toyota, I'm Carter Bong.
And I'm Daniel Robertson. We'll see you next week.